Maybe it's something on the shore. Let's see if I can zoom in. I can put on the zoom lens. Oh, that didn't work. Hey. So, hey, something is on fire on the other side of the harbor. And we're not sure what. And we're thinking of putting it on this lens. There we go. That's the zoom. Now we can zoom in a bit. So it looks like one of the derrick barges is on fire over there. I'm not sure. So those are the derrick barges. Those are the crane boats, and there's literally 100 of them docked over there. And a big cloud of smoke started a few minutes ago. Okay, and it looked like a fire, but we haven't seen the fireboatsmen running over there. The fireboat station is just down to my right. And if it was a boat fire, well, you'd figure they'd be rushing over, but no, it doesn't look that way. I wonder if we can get any zoomed in anymore without giving you guys a headache. So it looks like it might be just off on the dock there. So, hello, something is amiss over on that side. That's in Kowloon. What do you think, mate? Fire? You need to shave. You're gonna need to be hairy. Now, if it was fireworks, it'd be kind of interesting. We could see something like booming, but we have 3 more days. We're getting out Monday. So Monday morning we get released from quarantine. And I think the first thing we're gonna do is we'll go over to our new place, and then we're gonna go have sushi. So I started my paint by numbers that they gave me, but then the paintbrush fell apart. It was some crappy paintbrush. You are live, Wayne. How's it going? Welcome to Hong Kong. Where you're looking at, we think something caught fire over in Kowloon. Not really sure what it is. And those are derrick barges, derrick cranes. They use those to offload some of the smaller freighters. Now the fireboats didn't respond, so I don't think it is a boat fire, I guess. New place will be over in Wan Chai, which is on the island. So it's not far from here. We're in a neighborhood called Sheung Wan right now. We had to come back for some visa purposes. Needed to get some, oh, that might have been a fire truck there. Needed to get our green cards renewed, basically our Hong Kong green cards. Let me see if I can focus. That's the wrong way to focus. That's slightly better focus. Sorry, you're looking at like a 36x lens. Kowloon, you can go to a garden to take the tram. The peak is where you take a tram to get to, and that's up behind us on the island. I'll be going up there several times. In fact, I'll probably go up there right away. I mean, I'm gonna pay you to. I get advertising revenue, if that's what you mean. So I am a permanent resident of Hong Kong. I have what's called basically a green card, if you will. But to maintain my green card, I have to set foot in Hong Kong every so often. And the limit on my green card was coming up. I think, in fact, actually, it was like the 4th of July. I had to come back to Hong Kong by the 4th of July, or I would lose my green card. You know what? It looks like the fire is getting put out now. So I had to come. I could put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off until I could put it off no more. So, c'est la vie. But permanent residency gives me the right to live here, to work here, gives me access to free health care, and it's kind of cool. I'll be out on Monday morning. There's a fire in Aberdeen. That's on the other side of the island. My whole family are all resident. No, it just looks like some sort of dock fire kind of thing over there. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, it's some sort of fire over in Kowloon. It's over, what's that neighborhood? It's kind of off. Sham Shai Po is up that way. I guess we're actually kind of looking at the backside of Sham Shai Po, aren't we? So I'm not really sure what that neighborhood's called right there. Something's on fire, though. I was born in the United States. I'm in Hong Kong Island right now. Have I ever felt earthquakes? No, I haven't, though technically, we don't really get many earthquakes here in Hong Kong. Wow, that was a big bash of smoke. You see that? It's like they just poured water on it and everything turned gray. Sorry about the jitteriness. Like I said, we're at 36x magnification here. I just let go of everything there. There you go. Something's on fire in there. Oh, in fact, it looks like right behind those containers there is where the fire's at. You see those containers on the left? Hey, Janet, how's it going? So we're zoomed in about 60. Wow, it just sort of kicked up. The flames just doubled up and kicked up. Just nice to have the options. I will be back in about a few weeks. I'll give you an example though. Like my friend who had cancer, he went to the hospital here after 6 weeks of intense work. They came to him and he had to pay $11 US. So, oh, the new warship. It's a Garrison ship. Or I looked up that ship. I think it's based out of Shenzhen. That vessel, or was at one time. It's morning here. It actually, Kevin, it just went by a few moments ago, actually. Let's readjust the camera here, sorry. Sorry for the dizziness. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to readjust the camera a little bit so you could see more of the smoke. U.S. warships have not docked since 2019. In 2019, they were denied permission due to political reasons, and since that time, they've been denied due to COVID. It's unknown whether they will ever dock again here in Hong Kong. There have been no port visits, and I'll be back at the end of the month. You know, it really looks like some stuff collapsed over there. Like some containers got knocked down or something like that. I can't see the fire trucks, Karen. If they were on fire trucks, they'd be coming from the other side, though, because basically what you're looking at is the water side view, just boats. I will tell you this, that the fire boats have not replied. There are several fire boats here on the right. So, well, Hong Kong is still kind of on the edge. Yeah, we did that. That's on my YouTube channel. I am about, oh God, a mile away, at least a mile away. I'm on the other side of the harbor. Not that it really matters, but there's also no extradition treaty between the U.S. and Hong Kong anymore, so that might be worthwhile one day. See if I can, let me try to focus a little better. Nah, that just sucks. Hong Kong is politically, Hong Kong is fully part of China. Economically, though, there are still several distinctions that exist in Hong Kong that don't exist in China. People in China can't just walk over here, for example. Hong Kong has its own boundary. People, many Chinese need like a visa to come here. I'm from the United States. Sorry, drinking some water. It's still burning, whatever it is. It's starting. Oh, look, there's a hose. See on the left, guys? See on the left? That's a fire hose. So you see that? They're starting to spray water from the left-hand side of the screen. Oh, now they turned it off. So the fire department is on the scene over there, obviously. There's the hose again. It does look like a garden hose. Of course, we're really far away. They're also sort of, maybe they're trying to hose down something from not catching fire. It's pretty massive. It's filled smoke all over that area. But hey, I've been in quarantine for 11 days, so anything out of the ordinary is interesting. In the background, you hear our clothes dryer running. Oh, I think our first police boat is responding now. Don't know if he's going over there. It could be a container fire of some sort, or some like bulk goods on the ground. And that hose is still there. This is an iPhone 12 with an 18x camera lens that attaches to the iPhone, and then you zoom in. So it's about 36x. The Brits acquired Hong Kong about 150 years ago. They lost it in World War II. The Japanese invaded Hong Kong. I'm going to show you some of that next week, where the Japanese invaded. So Hong Kong was occupied during Japan, during World War II. I think there's about 2,000 British and Canadian and Indian soldiers died defending Hong Kong in what's known as the Battle of Hong Kong, which only lasted about a month before the Japanese took control of all of the islands and everything. So a police boat is responding down here. Oops, we can't really see it. Well, just zoom back. Do the TV have English subtitles? Yeah, a lot of them do. There's an English language TV station, basically. There's English language radio station. English is technically an official language of Hong Kong, so everything is in English. I mean, for example, looking down at the fire station to my left, the name of the fire station's in Chinese and in English. The quarantine manual, I can't show you right now, but it's in English and Chinese. So it's actually, you can live here without speaking Chinese pretty easily. Though it helps if you speak a few words, especially for taxi cabs. So knowing how to say a few words to the cab driver is actually quite helpful. I don't have to quarantine when I get back to the U.S., but I do have to get a COVID test. In fact, we're getting a COVID test in a few hours, actually. What will this be? Test number 5. So test number 5 of 8 tests. So our 5th test is later today. And yeah, we do have Uber and Lyft, but there are so many taxi cabs here. I don't think I've ever used an Uber in Hong Kong, because it's just so much easier to use taxis, yeah? Taxis are everywhere. Where did that boat go? So there's a tug waiting, and the police boat. Yeah, there's multiple. Oh, there they are. So there are multiple police boats down there on the bottom left. You see that boat with the black hull? 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all police boats that are, there's a fire truck. Oh, that's a bus. The boys are okay. They're a little tired of quarantine. No, the vaccine is not required to go to Hong Kong, but tests are required. And so you can just see the police boats down at the bottom left. It is very expensive to live here if you wish to live like a Westerner. Chris, I can't tell you what the temperature is because I haven't breathed fresh air in 2 weeks. The windows don't open, so I think it's in the 80s or 90s. I think it's pretty warm outside, but we're not allowed to open the windows. Most about Hong Kong. I miss the convenience of Hong Kong. It's very easy to live here. Up, here comes a fireboat. Fireboat 7 is responding now. Let me zoom out. Gas prices are, I don't know, it's like $8, $9 a gallon or something like that. Let's see if we can see him. So hang on a second. There he is. Fireboat 7. So Fireboat 7 is making its way over. Fireboat 1 is also based here, but Fireboat 1 is a beast of a fireboat. So I'm not sure if they're going to send it over there. Hey, 32, okay. Yeah, it's, what's that, 94, 92, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius. I was wondering when the fireboats were going to show up. Oh, look at that, they got water coming off the top of the derrick crane there. Oh no, they've got a hook and ladder up, putting water on the fire. So they've got a ladder truck now. Sorry about the jitters. There we go. So see the water stream coming off the top there? We've got some sort of container fire. So they have called the fireboats. Hong Kong has about a dozen fireboats. Flapjacks, the quality of life, well, for a Westerner, yeah, because it's much more open and there's much more international goods. I mean, you can get more Western food here, for example, than you can in Beijing. Yeah, video gaming, the camera shift is rough because it's an iPhone. You guys are looking at an iPhone with a big lens. Yes, you can get beer delivered. So on the right-hand side, we'll see the fireboat. In just a moment, Fireboat 7, which is a pretty modern one. And there he is, in the bottom right corner there. That's one of the Hong Kong fireboats. And it's responding to this fire. Though I don't know if it's actually going to be needed because it looks like it's inland a few 100 yards, 100 feet. So there are police boats on the scene. There are about 100 police boats, and there's only about 12 fireboats. So, but interestingly, the fireboat station is right over here. The police boats have taken up position there. Those are all police boats that you see down there on the left, those little gray patrol boats. And then if we move the camera a little bit this way, there's the fire. You can see there's a ladder truck has been set up, and they're pouring water down from the top of the ladder onto the containers. We're not really sure what happened video gaming. It just the smoke just came out. Cynthia, we're going to go to our new apartment and drop all our stuff off, and then we're probably going to go get some sushi. We are in quarantine. We've got 3 more days of this. On Monday, we're free. I think on the agenda is also a haircut. None of us have had a real haircut in a long time, so we'll get a haircut. Now look at the water. It's just sort of going, the wind is just blowing it. It's not really getting onto the fire. So here comes Fireboat 7. Yeah, some gross loogies would put that sucker out. It's like foam. So that's Fireboat 7. It's a catamaran fireboat. And it's coming in from Central. We're not sure what's on fire. We think it's containers, some storage containers, some shipping containers have caught fire. We get it easy. I mean, some people have longer. Some countries, like people from England, can't even come to Hong Kong. There's a total ban. So there goes the fireboat into position. It'd be interesting to see if they start doing it. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of Friends and stuff like that. John Ho's comment. No comment. Well, I'm in Hong Kong, if you can understand why. It's whatever time it is in New York plus 12 hours. So what's it in New York right now? 11 something? So it's 11 a.m. Wait, mate, what time is it? Connor, what time is it? You have a clock right there. What time is it? Oh, 12:15. Yeah, that's that. I don't know if they're actually trying to fight the fire with that ladder stream, or they're just trying to you know, sort of keep other stuff from catching fire. Chimchaki is very quick on the list. You don't have to get vaccinated to get here, but you do have to be tested multiple times. Though that might change soon. The government is talking about changing that. You guys just missed some warships, actually. We had a bunch of warships go by before the fire. So there goes the fireboat into position. I wanted to see him like kick in his big cannons, but I don't know. Oh, the background whining noise is the washer-dryer combination thing. It's a really annoying washer-dryer. It's a condensation dryer, a condenser dryer. Those of you who've lived in Europe might know what these are. These are ones that they don't vent out hot air. They just pull the moisture out of the clothes. It takes like 3 hours to dry a load of laundry. It's horrible. It's horrible. My new apartment will not have a water view, but this one is, this is a hotel basically. Yeah, we're going to the gourmet McDonald's. That's also on the agenda. For those of you who don't know, Hong Kong has a waitress service McDonald's, a McDonald's with waitresses, and we will go to that McDonald's. So it should be quite yummy. We're looking forward to that. 3 more days in quarantine. Yeah. Somebody likes McDonald's. No, we'll be hanging out for a couple weeks. My kids are being silly. It makes them happy. There used to be a Hooters in Hong Kong, but I think it's closed. It never really did that well. Tammy, we eat out all the time. Yeah, that's Tammy. There are 954 restaurants within delivery distance of my house, or my apartment right now. So there are literally 950 different restaurants I can eat at. So yeah, we eat out all the time. There are more restaurants open after midnight here than there are like restaurants in DC. It's still burning. Oh, a second fireboat is responding now. It's actually smaller one. I was waiting for the big one to come over. The flagship to depart. We'll see in a bit. It takes a while. Nope. The food is quite different here because the food comes from all over the world. I mean, there's the fireboat. Hong Kong, of course, doesn't really have much agriculture, so all the food gets imported. So that's Fireboat 7. The pizza is actually pretty good here. There's a bunch of New Yorkers here, yeah. So there's a bunch of people from New York who brought over New York style pizza and New York style bagels. So you can get some pretty darn good bagels and some pretty good pizza here in Hong Kong, New York style. So, well, we'll be back in a few weeks to DC. The prices are a bit cheaper here for McDonald's, but the portion sizes are also a little bit smaller. And I know from a calorie standpoint, like an American McDonald's hamburger is like 220 or 240 calories, and a Hong Kong one is like 200 or 210. Dan Ryan's closed. The one in Pacific Place, they closed. A lot of restaurants have closed lately because of COVID, just because there's no foot traffic. I remember the McDonald's in Dubai. I changed 40 US dollars into dinar or whatever, and then I went to McDonald's and I ordered a meal for everybody, and I didn't get any change. Kim, every 3 years. So, which is much better. The U.S. is every 6 months. If you're an American green card holder, you have to come back every 6 months. But if you're in Hong Kong, it's every 3 years. Same fruits you eat, Ron. I mean, grapes, apples. They've got some weirder stuff, lychee, dragon fruit. I'm going to show you a fruit market in Hong Kong, and I assure you, you're going to be like, whoa, hey, Fireboat 7 has said, screw this, we're done. Fireboat 7 is coming back out now. That's in the bottom left corner of the screen there. That's what you guys are looking at. The fireboat has apparently been sent out. I guess the fire is out. Top tower. There's some sort of fire over in Kowloon at a small container facility. They've got ground units there. Fireboat 7 responded from Central Pier, but it's now coming back in service, I guess. Yeah, those grapes were crazy they had. So the durian flapjacks. Durian is, yeah, they have durian. It's pretty gross. They even have durian pizza, which is even more bizarre. So that area, that's over by Mongkok, Sham Shui Po area. So there's a police barge coming out behind the fireboat. You can see the fireboat is a catamaran from this angle now. So anyway, Ying Yang is not here, Wild Bill. She's in London or England. She can't travel here. So, but I see her every now and then. She has her shop, Retro Camera Shop. She does very well. Lady Jane, gas prices here, I don't really know because I haven't been out yet, but they're about $8 or $9 US dollars a gallon. $8 or $9 US dollars per gallon for gas. So cars here pay 115% tax on the fair market value. So if you buy a $100,000 Ferrari, the tax is $115,000. So the total cost of the car is basically $250,000. So all new luxury cars have 115% fair market value tax. So there's only about 500,000 cars in Hong Kong for 7.5 million people. There's a hawk flying by right now. Oh, you're not going to see him though. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Filling up the tank was like $100. I'm in quarantine right now. Deborah, it's about 90 degrees. Hang helicopters. The helicopters are all government flying service, GFS. They fly Airbus helicopters, Eurocopters. So we see them every now and then. So there we see a parade actually of fire boats and police boats coming out. Gallon of milk is about $15 US, Kimberly, 12 to 15. Everything is imported, Peter. Beef is from Australia, broccoli, beef, all that gets imported. So we usually eat Australian beef. It's a little bit cheaper than American beef. Though last night we had steaks. So last night were American steaks. So the average family at my son's international school was spending about $12,000 US a month, $12,000 US dollars a month for rent to live in about 1,500 square feet. Minimum wage is about $4.50 US, $5 US, something like that. So about 20% of Hong Kong lives under the poverty line, and about 500,000 Hong Kongers are US dollar millionaires. I'm stuck here for another 3 days in quarantine, and then we're out for a couple weeks to play in Hong Kong. All right, guys, I tell you what, let's take the big lens off. Yeah, $5 an hour, Kimberly. So we're gonna take the big lens off, and yeah, here we go. Wow. There you go. Spooky, yeah? So here I'll give you a better view of the fireboat coming out. 50% of the people have government subsidized housing. So they live in public housing. And most of the rich, wealthy bankers, their housing is subsidized by the banks. We do have a nice view. Yeah. Let me give you the whole view. There you go. There's the view. Now we'll be back soon. It's not communism that's made Hong Kong what it is. It's unbridled capitalism. Yeah, we were supposed to have a typhoon, but it didn't happen. But everybody traveling to Hong Kong requires a quarantine except airline pilots, basically. Airline crews are tested, but they don't have to quarantine because they all leave within like 72 hours or 48 hours or something. So you guys wanted to see the fireboat? It's over here now. That's a little bit closer. We can zoom in on it. I don't really like authoritarian anything. Yeah. So they're coming back here. The really amazing views, though, guys, this isn't even the amazing view. The amazing view is the other direction. The Dragon's Back I have hiked before. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. Lady Jane, you know, I don't know if I have any money. Hang on a second. I think I do. Hang on a second. Let me get some out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Back up for a second. Yes, that's much fun if I'm not about to die. So this is a $20 Hong Kong. This is about $2.75 American. And then this is about $6 American, right here. Now the money isn't actually issued by the government, the money is issued by the banks. So you see this is from HSBC, and then this one is from Standard and Chartered Bank. And I don't know if I have a Bank of China. There are three banks that issue money. Let's see if we've got a BOC. Here we go. So yeah, there's a Bank of China. This is Bank of China $50 bill. That's the Bank of China. And then this is a Standard and Chartered $50 bill. And this is an HSBC $50 bill. So they're all valid, of course, but they're just different banks issue the money. And then this is the most common thing. This is 100. This is about 12 US dollars. And I think, oh, I got one Bank of China. That's a Bank of China, 100 Hong Kong dollars. Yeah. Is there a TD Bank? You know, I don't know if there's a TD Ameritrade Bank. There's a Bank of America here. There's a Citibank and HSBC, Bank of China. Now, there's also a $10 bill, which I don't have, and a $500 bill. Matthew's gone. I'm not going to see Matthew. And then there's also there's 1,000, but nobody uses thousands because they're all regarded as fake. So yeah, the private banks issue these notes. Technically, I guess these are called bank demand notes. Yeah, and it says here, promises to pay the bearer on demand to its office. So this is basically a bank demand note. And if I go to the bank and say, I want 100 Hong Kong dollars, they'll give me 100 coins. The coins are issued by the government. Oh, what's this? Commandos. Hang on a second. I don't think there is a TD Bank, I'm not sure. Let's see if we can show you this. So you guys have to do the Miami Vice theme song. See that? That is the Hong Kong police. That's one of their commando boats. And they race around Hong Kong harbor chasing smugglers who are smuggling stuff into mainland China. And so we often see those commando boats go zipping by. It's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to give you one last look at the fire. Rita, yeah, there is a big counterfeit risk, especially with the bigger notes, the $500 bills. So they do counterfeit the 5s and the 1000s. That's why nobody really uses them. And a lot of people won't accept them. A lot of stores are like, no $1,000 bills. Thousands is 120 US, basically. All right, let's go back over to the fire. The fire is still going on. 100 US dollars would be 800 Hong Kong, more or less, 778 Hong Kong dollars, something like that. All right, guys. Well, that was something to break up the monotony of quarantine. Hope you guys found that enjoyable. I've got to order lunch. What are we eating today, guys? Such excitement. Burgers? You know what's cool, SB? And I've actually got a pile of these at home. You can still find Queen's Head coins. I can't go out yet, Joseph, another 3 days. All the money up until 1997 was printed with the Queen on them. And those coins still pop up in circulation every now and then. So every time I would get a coin that had the Queen's head on it, I would pull it out. I don't think I'm gaining weight. I don't eat chicken feet, but the kids do like chicken feet. But I'm not going to get that today because we're in a small apartment and everything that smells will smell forever. So I don't want to bring that stuff in here. Probably a burger day. All right, guys, a couple more days and we're out. And then trust me, you're going to get a lot of videos then. All right, I will see. Oh, Ryan, I'm here for a visa run. All right, they do have a hot dog place, but I don't eat them. All right, see you guys soon. I'm going to go deal with lunch. Bye-bye.